Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make a super quick luxury chat type video on a couple of things that I've noticed, and I wanted to know if you had any thoughts. The first is, I'm wondering if Chanel has permanently shortened the length on their rectangular minis. So I'm not sure whether or not I mentioned in my unboxing for my red rectangular mini from the 20B collection, but the strap is significantly shorter than my only other rectangular mini, which I bought 7 years ago. I think it was the 14S collection. I'm wondering if this is a permanent decision by Chanel. So there have always been small variations in strap lengths depending on the season, but this is a much more significant difference in strap length. I've seen unboxings of the 21P caramel mini that was and is currently all the rage, and it seems like the strap length of that mini is about the same as my red mini. So I'm wondering if this is a permanent change that Chanel has made, perhaps because they've heard feedback from their customers that the strap length was a tad too long for most people. My question to you guys is, if you have minis that you bought within the last 2 years, how do they compare to the strap lengths of my two minis? My red 20B mini is approximately 22 inches, which is about 56 centimeters, and my black caviar 14S mini is approximately 23 inches, which is about 58.5 centimeters. I know that difference may not sound huge, but on an average sized woman, that would make a huge difference in the way that it sits on the body. If you know that information, I'd love for you to write the season that your mini is from and the strap length. I'll also put in a visual of how I measure my strap length, just so that we're all measuring in the same way. So that's just something that I was curious about and thought that we can pool our knowledge and answer that question. The next question I have for you is about the Hermes blind stamps. The blind stamp is an imprint indicating the year, the make, and the maker of the bag. So we all know that Hermes moved their blind stamp a few years ago from the sangles to the inside of their bag. I'll have pictures of everything that I'm talking about. However, if you watch my last unboxing video, what I didn't tell you is that after I filmed that, I looked for the blind stamp because I was curious to see if I had a Y stamp, which is the 2020 stamp, or if there was a new stamp for 2021. My bag is stamped Y, even though I bought it pretty late in February, which just tells me how delayed Hermes shipments have been because of the pandemic. However, when I looked, I could not find the blind stamp. It wasn't where it is on my Kelly 28. So my heart skipped a couple of beats because I thought Hermes had given me a bag without a blind stamp, and I was going back and forth about what to do. If I took it back to them and said there's no blind stamp, they might deem it defective and confiscate it and refund me my money, and then who knows how long it'll be before I got another Kelly 25. I had this whole scenario in my head, but it turned out that the blind stamp was much further down than it is in my Kelly 28. So I did some research, and it seems like the positioning for the blind stamp for the Kellys in size 25 is different than in Kellys in any other size or Birkins in any size. Now, perhaps most of you knew this already, but I figured if I didn't know, then there's a good chance that there may be some other people that didn't know either. And perhaps I can spare someone the heart palpitations that I experienced when I couldn't find my blind stamp. I try to take pictures, but if the pictures of my bag aren't good enough, I will try to find pictures online to show you what I mean. So they're both on the inside, but the blind stamp on my Kelly 28 is much higher up and horizontal, while the blind stamp on my Kelly 25 is vertical and much lower down. So on a black or very dark colored bag, it's very easy to miss. So my other question for you guys is, did you know that there was this variance in terms of where Hermes placed their blind stamps? Do they only do that with Kellys? Because when I look at pictures of recent Birkins, the blind stamps seem to be consistent regardless of the size. I will say that I was really happy that this bag was not a pre-owned bag, because I probably would have freaked out and just sent it back. perhaps these little variations in blind stamping that we don't have rhyme or reason to, but clearly Hermes does, also helps with authentication. And maybe it's a good thing that some of this stuff is a mystery, because then hopefully it's a mystery to counterfeiters as well. So that's all I have for you today. So let me know what you think about the strap lengths. If you do have a Chanel Mini, what year and season is it from? And what's the strap length? And does anyone have any ideas about the variations in the Hermes blind stamping? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. That would make my day. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.